Oh boy, do I have a good story for you today. 109 subscribers. That's what we're talking about for an audience. Not even 1,000. We're talking 109 subscribers. And it resulted in, get this, $7,500 in one sale, one client. She's been dabbling on YouTube for over a year. She's posted just over 10 videos, I believe. And she started working with us about a month ago. Actually, a little bit longer. I did an audit for her about 4 months ago. And then she kind of backed off, still doing some other things to drive awareness to her business, but she got back into YouTube. And I am so happy that she reported this because it just goes to show that you don't need a lot of views and you don't need a lot of subscribers. Now, if you are just trying to get views on YouTube to monetize through the AdSense program, yeah, you're going to need a lot of views. That's not what we're talking about. And if you're listening to this, you're probably not interested in that either. But you might go down the path of like, well, I need a lot of views because if I get a lot of views, that means I get a lot of attention and that means I got a greater chance of selling. No, I think it's more about the concentrated view or the concentrated audience when we do our targeting. But it can take, you can take a shot to your ego because you're like, oh my gosh, but everyone else is getting thousands and I'm only getting a couple hundred. Does it matter at the end of the day if you can sell your product? And in this case, she's selling something. In this case, it was $7,500. And I'll tell you what she does. She basically helps farmers who are, I believe, cattle ranchers and helps them sell more of their cattle, their beef from the cattle, and get more money for it. That's what she does. Really, really obscure. And when she came in and when I did the audit initially, I was kind of like, wow, this is really cool, but it's really niche. But she doesn't need a ton. And we also went back and forth with, she doesn't necessarily want to go after people that want to start and learn how to sell beef online. But what she does want to do is she wants to go after someone that's already selling, but they're not really that satisfied with the numbers that are coming in and they want to be able to make more. And so she might be helping someone that's maybe selling $25,000 a month in beef sales. And she's going to try to help them get to $100,000 a month, which is something that she's done. And so she has also, just to give you a little backstory and a little context here, she's done a lot of Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and things like that. She spent a lot of money on ads and she kind of put the organic thing on the side. But she got frustrated with ads, which we all have. I have, you probably have. But she said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give this YouTube thing a shot. And the crazy thing is she kind of dabbled in it about a year ago. And then she kind of let off of it and focused on other things. And then she came back to it and she joined one of our programs. Now we're working with her. And she reported that she sold actually a little bit more than this. It's I think it was like $12,500. I'll have to look exactly. I've got it pulled up here. But she made one sale from someone finding her videos and watching her videos. Okay. And they actually told her that. And so that's exciting. So when you're thinking to yourself, and I don't know what you sell, okay? And actually, if you're listening to this on Spotify or iTunes, you can't really leave a comment. You can leave a comment there, but a lot of people don't. But if you want to send me an email, scott@livevideoschool.com, let me know what you sell. I'd love to know. And just kind of see where we're at there. But if you're on YouTube, you can put it in the comments. But here's the deal. I've fallen into that camp where I'm like, I got to get a lot of views. But then I've realized that depending on what you're selling, a lot of times you don't. You just need the right views. Another example is my financial advisor. I met him through a YouTube video. I found him through a YouTube video. And I watched probably 6, maybe 8 videos of his, maybe even more. And then I reached out to him. And I said, hey, I'm wondering, what's it look like for you to take a look at my stuff? And we got on a call. I liked him. I liked him before I got on the call because I saw his videos. I saw his demeanor. I saw the way that he was approaching things. I liked his style, right? He wasn't boring. He wasn't like all, like, yes, your business, but he was just more, I felt like I could hang out with the guy. I felt like I could trust the guy. And so all that was built way before I even got on a call with him. And when I got on a call with him, it wasn't pressure or anything. He's like, here's what we can do. Here's your situation. Here's what we would do. And here's the plan. And then I said, okay. And I was about ready to make a change because the guy that I was working with for years was retiring. And I hadn't really had a really good connection with him over the last probably 5 years. So I was like, I think it's time to maybe make this switch. And we did. So now that guy is managing my portfolio and he's making a percentage every single year on that portfolio, which is going to probably be worth thousands of dollars to him over the years. He's a young guy too. He's like 33, 34 years old. So that's another example of exactly how powerful a video can be. And even if his video only got 100 views, if it's 100 of the right views, think about this right now. And I don't know what you sell, but let's just say that you sell something for $2,500 and you get 100 people that are lined up out your door and they're like, I'm interested in what you have to offer. Can I talk to you? Or can you explain a little bit more about what you offer? And then you're able to talk to every single one of those people, but in this case, they're just watching a YouTube video. That's the power in it. So now, whether this is a YouTube video or an Instagram reel or anything, I do feel, I believe, because that's what I've been doing for the last 18 years, is I think long form is the way to go. I think shorts they're okay, but honestly, I think it's doom scrollers, right? It's like we've all been there. There's a commercial on, you go in, you just start scrolling, you're doom scrolling. Or you're bored, or you're waiting for the wife, she's inside, doing some shopping or whatever, and you're in the car and you're just doom scrolling. We've all done it. But if you're actually interested in something, you want to go deeper into that thing, you're watching a long form. And a long form can be between 5 minutes and an hour, 2 hours, right? But usually for us, it's like 5 minutes to 15 minutes, somewhere in that range. And if someone watches 4 minutes of your video, that's a long time for someone to sit there, especially in today's times. So this is a great example. And when this happened, I literally wanted to do a backflip for her. And she was so excited. We were so excited. And we're like, this is just the beginning. 109 subscribers. Her top video right now hasn't even crossed 1,000 views. I think it's like 900 and some change. And she's got another one that's got like 400 views. And then all the other ones are they're about 100, maybe 125. But here's the other thing that we discovered the other day. When I was going through some of her things, because that's what we do when we work with someone, we're going to go through your analytics. We're going to look at your numbers and things. And what we noticed was she posted that video, one of her first videos, probably about a year ago. And it starts off slow. And then what happens is, depending on how the video is set up, it starts to reach the search algorithm. So now think about this. Someone searches how to grow my beef business or how to increase my beef sales, how to sell more cattle, how to get more meat from my cattle, like whatever they are. I don't know what the search terms are, but she had a video that basically, actually her video was this right here. I could tell you what it was because I had it pulled up. The one that her most popular one, top mistakes you make selling beef direct to consumer. And that one right there is in search. So when someone searches it, they're clicking. And again, another little side note here, this is the things that we look at when we're looking at how a video performs, is we're looking at that traffic channel. And that traffic channel, even though it's coming from YouTube, it could be from YouTube itself, or it could be external, meaning Google. You could be typing that in Google and then you come up in the search. You know how that works. Like you go do a search on Google and then you see like some video results. Those video results are coming from YouTube. And then you'll click on that video. Well, when that happens, if I go into YouTube and I search for something and that's a search intent, your click-through rate is going to be so much higher. Now, I don't want to get in the weeds with like click-through rate, but her click-through rate was over a 10%, which is extremely high. And you ask anybody that understands analytics in YouTube, we're shooting for, in browser discovery, we're shooting for like 5% when you get above 50,000, 100,000 impressions. Like we want a 5% solid. If we come out of the gate with like an 8 or a 9, we're doing great. But if we can get above 10, especially for a YouTube search, that's amazing. So she's got an evergreen asset right now that's going to be working around the clock. And as we keep depositing these new videos, they might not get a lot of views day 1, day 10, day 30, but they're now an asset that someone is going to find. And then they are going to potentially come over and watch one. And here's the other interesting thing is, and this is what I mean, when you build a little library of this content that your customer can start binging, like I did with my financial advisor. I watched one of his videos and then I went and watched 3 other ones. And then the next day, another one might've popped up because YouTube's smart. They showed me another one that I was interested in. And then I watched that one too, right? And so the interesting thing is for her, we also looked at her analytics. She had a lot of channel page views, or a lot of views that came from channel pages. So that means that when someone was on her channel, they started to kind of move around the channel and starting to find other videos. That's the cool thing. So this whole podcast is about really just sharing with you some insights as far as like how to build a small but mighty and really powerful core audience and really getting niche down, getting hyper focused. And even though it might not get thousands of views, as long as it's getting in front of the right audience, and if you're selling something that's high ticket, game over. I mean, you're going to have assets now. Now think about this. This is another thing that she does, and this is another thing that we teach, is when you have a video now that's in your library, guess what? You write an email and you can send someone to that, or the whole list. You can send your list to that video. And now what does that do? It delivers a piece of value to them. They get to know, like, and trust you more. They get to consume more of your content. And if they consume more of your content, they get to know, like, and trust you even more. And then if they do ever hop on a call with you, or if they go to your sales page or whatever, there's a greater chance that they will buy because they now they're building that relationship with you. And that's the thing that we're trying to do here. So even though you don't get a lot of views on the video, it's still an asset that you get to share with your audience. And then once you do that, it's allowing you another chance to connect with that person. Now, the other thing is, and I just really want to hone in on this, is, and she is doing this, we're starting to tweak what she's doing here though, is she is building an email list. Now, the way that we do it is a little bit differently. We call it the kind of like the invisible email capture, where basically what we're doing, and you've seen this on Instagram, but YouTube's a little bit different, is we ask for the comment. So we'll be like, hey, comment leads if you want to get our steady leads playbook, right? And then someone will comment leads, and then we will go ahead and we will send them to our landing page that will have the playbook, but they'll enter their name and email address, and then we'll send it to them via email. You know that's basic stuff. But we do that to get engagement, but also it allows us to connect with that person. A lot of people think it's just an engagement hack. It's not. It helps, but that's not the main reason. The main reason is because we want to be able to connect with that person. That person's like, oh, wow, look at Scott actually replied. And I do. And there's no automation for that right now for YouTube. So that's not automated. It's manual. So you have to do that. Now, if you do want, I'll give you a perfect example. If you want to see this in action, if you want to see how this all kind of fits together and kind of like what we do and how we kind of approach this, we did put this into what we call our steady leads playbook. There's also a workshop that goes along with it that we actually taught. I believe at the time, I think we had 50 some people in the room when we taught this to them. And you can have access to it. If you do want that, just go to livevideoschool.com/leads. All right. So that's livevideoschool.com/leads. And you'll go to that page, you'll enter your name and email address, we'll send you the playbook, and we will send you the workshop that goes along with it. No strings attached. Now, if you're listening to this, then you know we are also coaches. We are also people that help other businesses with their YouTube strategy. And if down the line you want help with that, we'll talk. That's it. Like, there's nothing hidden there. And this is my way of connecting with you, and also a way for me to get people to raise their hand that are business owners that want to use YouTube to do exactly what Amy's done here. All right. So that is this episode. Okay. I'm excited for her. I'm excited to share this, and I'm going to be sharing more stories like this. I'll be sharing my own personal stories. I'll be sharing, client stories, success stories, also things that are working, but also things that might not be working. We'll share all of that here as well. But the main thing that I want these episodes to do for you is to get you thinking, how do I create one person at a time, a very, very concentrated 1,000 person fan base, right? Like a 1,000 person. And if you can do that it's going to help spread the word even wider and far. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys here today. I want to thank you guys for listening. And as always, remember, I'm here for you. I believe in you and I'm rooting for you, but you must say it with me, say it loud, say it proud, take action. We'll see you in the next episode.